magic dragon.
Now, I'm no doctor. I'm not particularly an expert in anything. But the one thing I do know for a fact is that you cannot live without eating or drinking, even if it is just Pepsi Max. But the Yogi Zen wants to teach us all how to be a breath man. So you are forewarned that this guy is rather special. So let's do it.
You know, many of my viewers told me, prove to me that you're a breatharian. Alright. I've had to, on this occasion, show you that I'm a breatharian by the very act that I eat air.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Creaky Weekly. I had to think about that then. So yeah, the cave yogi is going to show us how he lives just by eating air. Can you imagine how cheap it is if you haven't got to go to Lidl's and do a food shop? Perfect!
It's never been shown on anywhere as far as I know. So, be prepared, but don't be prepared to be shocked.
I am shocked. I'm shocked that nearly 250,000 people have seen your video and that you've got nearly 9,000 subscribers. That's more than me.
I'm a breatharian. I'm an air eater. Oh my gosh. Can he be?
Well, I'm going to show you. Okay?
I hope you're at least going to share the air.
This is the exhale. See, nothing's in there? Here's the exhale from ingesting a breath of ganja.
Ew. Disgusting.
I call that Puff the Magic Dragon.
And I call it rank. And anyway, you didn't just eat air, this is what you did. Allow me to demonstrate with the aid of my trusty vape. You just took a double drag, so you went... That's a normal one. See, if you double drag and hold it in, nothing comes out. So you didn't eat air, you took a double drag. You dweeb. And by way of a public service announcement, you'll have to excuse the background noise today because there are people working on the buildings outside.
And they're doing my hair then.
And I don't know if anybody's ever shown how to breathe into the intestines, but breatharians, a true breatharian, understands that the intestines are just a third lung.
Right, now I don't want to be anal about this, but the intestines are a long, continuous tube which runs from your stomach to your bunghole. So unless you're breathing through your ass, your intestines are not the third lung.
But most of us, all of us, are so full of shit.
Speak for yourself, mate, but I'm not going to disagree. Hey! What are you doing? Are you getting distracted? Come on, back to the point in hand. Breatharianism.
This is our first brain, my friends. Not here.
Well, again, speak for yourself.
Whatever you put down here affects the brain up here. So, as long as you're eating pizzas, I'm sorry, you're enjoying life too much, and you're getting not the messages I'm getting.
I'm not sure I'd want to be getting the same messages as you. And if you really do only eat air, which he doesn't, because it's impossible, the only messages I'd be interested in hearing are the ones that come from your stomach.
For God's sake, please. Just a crisp. A glass of water. Anything will do. We're starving. Even a biscuit. Please.
You need to stop doing these things so you can focus your mind, actually, so your body's no longer wearing itself down, and you're getting the proper nutrition. Otherwise, you're just passing stool.
Is it wrong that I'm now wondering what sound it makes when he passes stool? I imagine it's just a bit like...
You're putting food in that's not even food, it's just crap. And those burgers are coming out, those french fries, everything.
Going without food is possible, but only for about 3 weeks before you start getting into trouble. But water, on the other hand, is a completely different story. Now, Gandhi went on hunger strike and he lasted 21 days without food. But to say you can live perfectly healthy without food or water, it's just crazy, because after about 3 or 4 days of no water, it's game over. Good night, Irene. It just can't be done. And I suspect this guy, he's a skinny guy, much like myself. He probably eats healthily, lives off the land or whatever it may be. But for him to honestly expect anyone to believe that he doesn't eat anything or drink anything other than air, it's just insanity and a barefaced lie, because he'd be dead.
I discovered that coming out to an environment that few people will actually come to, the desert, I found peace. A peaceful diet, less urges, quiet. And I started asking deeper questions, because I really wanted to know that the inner silence is really where it's all going on. And I discovered too that meditation is the most difficult thing to do when you're drugged up. Food is a drug. Everything you put in your mouth, even water, will alter your chemistry.
If by altering your body's chemistry you mean keeps you hydrated, then yeah, you're right. Now, useless fact of the day, meditation. I actually meditate myself. I don't do it regularly because I go in and out of it. Yeah, I know, pretty unbelievable. The Creaky Blinder meditates. Breaking news. Wow. But the point is, why pretend that you don't eat? I don't get it. Ew. And I don't get that either. Now, obviously, the Yogi Zen isn't the only Breatharian. Now, as you all know, on this channel, we love a good idiot. And who better to fill those shoes than allegedly Dave? Because he thought he could be a Breatharian as well.
Hello. So, day one of the Great Breatharian Experiment. Surprisingly, for somebody who's done a 30-day fast and forgotten to eat for 8 or 9 days, I found the first day to be very difficult actually. I felt hungry.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. Please go on.
And I kept having a growly stomach for most of the day. I also had the urge to postpone the experiment and maybe, nip down the shops and get a grapefruit or something. Thankfully, I resisted the urges, but the fear there was palpable. There was a voice in the back of my head that was saying,
"Go on, Dave, do it. It won't be the stupidest thing you've ever done. After all, you are a flat earther. Do it."
Anyway, I weighed in at 77 kilograms. That's 12 stone and 2.
With all due respect, Dave, not that there's much respect due, I couldn't give a crap. The only reason I'm including this clip is because it was the second in your series about trying the Breatharian diet, and I thought it would be fun to laugh at some of the questions that you got asked in the comments of your first video. So let's just get on and do that, shall we?
I'm going to have a look at some of the questions that have questions and comments that have come in on the YouTube channel since I posted the first Breatharian video. So, first question is, why would you believe what is written in a book? Well, the short answer is, I don't just believe what I've read in a book.
And the honest answer is old Dave here doesn't believe anything. He doesn't believe the shape of the earth. He doesn't believe he's got to pay taxes. He doesn't believe he needs a driver's license. Next, please.
No, I'm not just doing this because I've read something in a book. What I'm doing now is I've constructed a hypothesis. I've put together an experiment. Here it is, and now we're going to find out what the results are.
Okay. Well, I don't know what your hypothesis is, and I really don't care either because you are an actual real-life idiot. Not eating isn't really an experiment, is it? It's just not eating. And as far as the results go, I think I can save you a lot of time. You'll probably die.
So, yeah. Let's go to the second question. Am I trying to deny or escape my incarnation? Another short answer, no. What the aim is here is to gain a better understanding of myself.
I'm not trying to be funny or anything, Dave, but the only thing you're going to understand is that you cannot survive without eating or drinking. It's the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard in my life. And as far as understanding you as a person, if you don't understand yourself now, you never will. But let me take a stab at it. I'm guessing you're the kind of person who thinks he knows better than everyone else. The kind of person who doesn't believe anything he gets told. Everything I ever see you presenting online, it's beyond ridiculous. And you don't seem like a stupid person to me. You seem like a pretty intelligent, pretty educated guy. So why the hell do you keep including yourself in these idiotic things? Breatharianism, it's fake. It's something that's made up. You cannot live without eating or drinking. It's a simple scientific fact. Your body will shut down, your organs will begin to fail, and you will die, believing that the earth is flat. Don't be such a spanner. There's a buttload of evidence showing that the earth is a sphere and that it's not flat, and yet you still choose to believe it. And I could go on, but I'm not going to, because I'm pretty sure that you watching, you know Dave's an idiot. If you agree with me, down in the comments. I look forward to replying.
So next comment. Thousands of people call themselves breatharian, and yet they eat and drink. Well, being a breatharian isn't about not eating and not drinking.
Whoa, hang on a second, Dave. Backtrack much? Breatharians claim that food, and in some cases water, are not necessary for survival. So, Dave, which part of that sentence did it say that breatharianism isn't necessarily about not eating?
It's about drawing that distinction between eating for pleasure and eating because you think your life depends on it.
Your life does depend on it. Don't listen to Dave or the cave yogi zen smoker guy. Just eat. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to try the abrupt ending. See you next time. Bye.